Trustee Abby? Yeah. Flyers in.
Thank you. Okay, you all should have gotten the meeting agenda there. Is there any additions or before I call for a motion to approve this? And not, I will entertain a motion to approve the meeting agenda as presented. So moved by Chairman Anderson.
Second.
Supported by Bill. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same, motion carried. Next is the approval of consent agenda. I would entertain a motion this time if you were approved as presented.
I'll make that motion.
That's the option, thank you for the motion. Second. For Treasurer Anderson. Any further discussion? All those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those abstaining, that motion carries. Thank you. On to the elected officials reports. There are elected officials reports on the back table. And, while we entertain a motion, the elected officials report be accepted and placed on file. So moved by trustee Basson. Second. Second by Treasurer Anderson. Any further discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Look, I can't get the video to work when I go to turn
Well,
it
they're
on.
looking at you right now.
Oh, they must be here.
We can hear you.
I've muted him twice.
Rick Mac, we're hearing you. May not be seeing you.
Yeah, I got my microphone to work, but I can't get the video to work because it says it's disabled by the host.
Correct.
Oh, okay, well, we're all here present.
Nope, he can see us. We can't see him. He wants to turn his camera on.
Yeah.
All right, very well, moving right along. We're on to the portion of the agenda for public comments on the agenda. Let's get 1 through 9 that are on the agenda. Is anybody in the audience or anybody on the Zoom that wishes to be heard on 1 through 9? This is the opportunity on those items only. At this time, we'll have a second public comment, which will allow us to hear items of your concern, maybe not listed with the agenda. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody in the audience, nor anybody on Zoom speaking up, so we'll move right along to the new business. Our new business number 1. Will be the Gerrish Township Police Department ceremonial swearing-in of Lieutenant Jonah Chief. Chief? Yep.
Good evening. First, I would like to say a couple words about Jonah. He started his career in 2004 with Gerrish Township. He was with us for 9 years. Supervisor Hill was chief for a portion of that time with them. I think Trustee Osling was on the board too there for a period of time while he was with us. So he was with us for 9 years, and then he made the move over to the sheriff's department and was there for 12 years. So we got 21 years of experience, law enforcement experience, which is a great knowledge and wealth and benefit for us. And so we're excited to have him. And I know talking with Jonah, he said that part of the decision for him to come back to Gerrish was, he told me that it just felt like home. So I think that says a lot about PD and the township itself as far as the people sitting here and the fire department as well. So we're super excited to have him. So at that time, I'd like to call him up and we'll do the formal swearing in of him.
I actually,
Say welcome
I'm
home.
so happy you're back home.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're excited.
And his family, thank you for your support. Forward, Chief.
So, I, Jonah Shooting,
I, Jonah Shooty,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of police lieutenant
of police lieutenant
in and for the township of Gerrish,
in and for the township of Gerrish,
county of Roscommon,
county of Roscommon,
in the state of Michigan,
in the state of Michigan,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you, sir.
Take some quick pictures, family, you can grab pictures of whatever, there, please step right up, don't be bashful. Let's take the picture. Before you do the other one, with that situation. Lord, y'all got me. No pressure.
Yeah.
You guys want to grab you from the flags there, so that they can grab pictures of?
Like just in time. Yeah, they're calling. He just got my, yes, it was. Oh.
Really one more.
I got mine, man.
Awesome.
There was a car fire on I-75.
Yeah, we got stuff right behind you.
Maybe later, Granny went to the restrooms, maybe we can come back. We don't want to bring it.
Sure. Yeah. No, we're not. There you go.
Okay, very good.
I was going to hold them up.
Thank you guys.
Congratulations, John. Welcome aboard.
Welcome back, bud.
Absolutely, I think it's gonna be a great fit for the future, and, I'm excited about it, and we're finally, I would say, getting our department kind of back in order again there after retirements, and just, recruiting, retention, and those types of issues is kind of, been interesting all over the, law enforcement and fire unit as well. This is the point where I usually say to you, you don't feel like you have to stay out, you can check it, and I don't like it any time. But I know what you've got, you want to get a picture here, don't you?
Yeah, Granny is coming.
You want to do that now, or do you want to wait?
Just a minute, my granny's coming.
Okay, well, we'll wait for
I'll
that.
wait here for her.
Yeah, they're coming.
Wait, there's nothing more important than this really tonight.
They're waiting for us for pictures.
All right.
All right.
That township was having a barbecue, I'll tell you.
I said the car hit a deer and it burst
Oh,
into flames.
goodness.
Nobody was hurt.
That's scary.
There is no car.
Yeah, that'll interrupt the flow, that's for sure.
It'd be great. Granny, you want me to hold your spell?
Jesse too.
Do you want me to hold your thing?
Congratulations. Yeah, so proud of you also.
We all are.
I know. Yeah. One that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that? No. And she's gotta go. You also, if I know where you want to take them over there, that's fine too, we're fine here to do. Up to you. Okay. Yeah. They've got some folks from afar, so. All right, very nice. Thank you very much again. Welcome aboard, Joan, and family, welcome back. We're on to number 2. It's the Health and Pigeons Lake steering appointment at our work session, Jim Oxley. You want to take it a little further with that, just briefly, because we discussed that.
Yeah, we discussed it at the work session with Don Cheney, who has been on the Health of Higgins Lake Roads Committee from pretty much from the beginning. And participated in their work, been very productive. And their work is starting to wane off a little bit, although he's gonna finish up the last few things he's got, but then he wants to then take another step and get involved on something else. So he's agreed to fill one of the open positions we have on the steering committee, and I'm very excited to have him on there more ways than one. So, but he's gonna be a great addition to us. We had a lot of place yesterday, and he's got some good ideas and knows what we want to do. So looking forward to it.
Very good. Then I would entertain a motion that the board approve the appointment of Don Cheney to the Health of Higgins Lake Steering Committee effective immediately.
I think that would be.
Thank you, trustee Alice.
Second.
Dr. President Anderson, further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same, motion carried. We're on to number 3. We had the first of 3 lot splits tonight that we discussed at the work session. All of them, they actually bring the properties back into compliance, just for the road there, and correct the old wrongs, portions of a garage being built on a corner or something. So the first one is for the lot split request for Jeffrey and Jeffrey Harmon and Janet Harmon Trust.
I just saw it here. On this movie. It's
It's HAR, yeah.
MAN.
It is.
I spelled the MON.
Is it?
Yeah,
Not on mine.
on the option one I read.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No problem. It is in order.
It
It is in order. This is in Pinewoods camp area and the whole stage road. All the properties are actually owned by the individual. So I would entertain a motion that the board approve the lot split request for Jeffrey and Janet Harmon Trust in the Pinewoods camp as presented. Moved by Treasurer Anderson, do I have support?
I'll support.
Support trustee Hoppy. Any further discussion, board? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same, motion carried. Number 4, lot split requests, Anthony McCurchie and the McCurchie Family Trust. This one again is, this was an adjustment of a property line of, so that landscaping is not disturbed. Again, it's their own property. It's not adjusting anybody else's anything. And you all got the drawing here. It looks like about 10 foot, if you will. That
Exactly what it is.
Yep, 10 foot. It's their property, I guess they probably don't wanna move that in the future or something, but. Is that, yeah, exactly. So, any board had never had any other questions about it, at all? Hearing none, I'd entertain the motion then that the board approves the lot split request for McCutcheon Family Trust and Family Trust on West Indian Lake Drive as presented.
I'll make,
Move treasurer, Anderson,
no support.
or trustee Happy. Further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same, motion carried, thank you. By the way, public just chimed in for the whole thing that you got, I mean, we're pretty open. Or you can say the full public comment up. Number 5, lot split, request for Brad and Linda Stopper. This was a garage and to correct the garage and a well property lines to a residential parcel and adding a parcel to the north. So again, it looks like, we'll bring it back into compliance. By the way, I obviously our zoning guy, if this has no problem with anyone to do it, so. And the session, right. So, anybody willing to make a motion to approve? Okay. I have a motion to approve the lot split for Brad and Linda Stopper on Sunset Drive as presented. We have support as well. Any further discussion? Not hearing any more. All those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. Motion carried. Thank you. Number 6, KCI contract with you for winter tax service. Jim, you want a very highlight tour? Very high.
Sure, the quote is based on a number of parcels. ACI, for those that aren't familiar with it, is a company that's called Kalamazoo. Where it's based on, and they do all of our printing of our tax bills and then folding and mailing them out, and they do it in bulk, so it saves money. We could never do it for the price they're offering, so under the current quote, which was 4,787 parcels, for units, it came out to $4,345.55. So there's a per unit cost if we end up printing, and I think I did send the final tax bills to them today, and it's a little bit more than that. So anyways, asking for authorization to sign the contract. Secondly, just I think most of you are aware of this, but maybe not. The Health of Hades Lake is also putting in an insert as well as with our Gazette. And then the master plan that is currently being done by the township. There is a survey that's out on the web, but it's also, it could be included in nobody's tax bill, so they have an opportunity to respond to you that way, or scan it with a QR code and do it online, however you want. But anyways, I'm looking for authorization to sign the contract of service.
I'll make that motion.
I'll support.
Required is supported by trustee Hoppy. The board approves the treasurer's request to sign a contract with KCI for the winter taxing as presented. Any further discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. That motion carries. Thank you. Number 7, this is the Last County Area Public Schools contract for summer 2026 tax collection. Again.
In the past, well, first of all, school collections, the taxes, historically were always levied in December. Because of the school budgets and the way their year is. Most schools have opted to put their taxes on summer, and to do that, there's a cost involved, and so the last 2 years, the township had an agreement with the school to collect at $2.85 per parcel. Just because of the inflationary cost of the postage, I entertained a discussion with the superintendent that moving that to $3 a parcel which is consistent, by the way, with exactly what Lion was considering. So, they seem to be amicable with that, and so I'm asking for authorization to enter into an agreement with the school, based on $3 per parcel.
Question?
I'll make that motion.
Moved by clerk Squires, we have support by trustee Haslin, that the board approve the treasurer's request. The contract, excuse me, the board approves the contract proposal with Roscommon Area Public Schools for the 2026 tax collection at $3 a parcel. Any further discussion? All those in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same, that motion. There's it. We're on to number 8, as we discussed at the work session. At length, actually, but, this one is the Roscommon County Lake Advisory Committee appointment, to Lake Level, unit construction, I'm sure you meant controls. Request. Actually, construction, yeah, over there. Yeah, it has correct issue. I need. Okay, is there any need to further discuss this at all there before I call for the question? I don't.
I'll get an explanation from the public to what they're asking. You got a motion.
I do.
Yeah.
I have a motion, what this has to do with is kind of an after the fact, meaning the tax, special assessment district stuff was there, and then there's appeared on tax bills being levied by the county for the structure itself. And then there now appears to be the request to put somebody on a township board member specifically on the Lake Level Control Structure Advisory Committee, which is going to be run, I think, by the Drain Commissioner, if I'm catching that correctly. We discussed it at length on Thursday, and I believe it was somewhat of a consensus. We'll find out with the vote here. But we're thinking that that's not something we want to enter into at this time. And I'll read the motion, and it'll be self-explanatory as to what our reasoning would be. So I will make the motion that the board decline to place a Gerrish Township board member on the Roscommon County Lake Level Control Structure Advisory Committee at this time, while reserving the right to appoint a member at a later date or upon resolution of the current appeal litigation of the township's recent at-large tax assessment. So I would make that motion.
You're making it?
I will make it.
I will support it.
And the clerk Squire supports it. There's a further discussion now. Comment? Okay, the only comment I'll throw in with it, we just feel like we're in a conflict with it. Conflict of interest potentially. I just think that it's not wise for us at this time as presented in the motion. So, we'll call for the.
I think it was also mentioned that this is not a lot of support for our commitment or anything. It's just it's the timing was not right with the other activities that go on. So
Yeah, right, absolutely. Okay, we'll call for the question. We had a motion, we had the support. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, the same. That motion carries. Thank you. We probably should, I just informally, you want to go ahead. What's that? No, I don't want to roll call it. I want, we should, send something off to the,
Absolutely.
to
I can take care of
the
that.
governing.
Thank you.
And, okay, if you do that operationally, that'd be wonderful. Okay, very good. We're on to number 9, which is, authorization, for tree trimming and cutting work at Gerrish Township Park and the Gerrish Township Municipal Center and Park. This literally has been in park, if you will, since the beginning of spring because most of the work is oak related and we couldn't cut them in the spring, so it's the fall of a November 15th date. And so I would appreciate the board's approval for Buck's Tree Service for their tree trimming and cutting. And the current amount, or the amount is $3,400 as presented here. We have previously discussed it, it was already authorized within the Gerrish Township Parks and Recs budget for that separate item over at there, but they'll all be done on the same day, I'm told. So, that being said, I would entertain a motion that the board approve Buck's Tree Service for the tree trimming and cutting at Gerrish Township Municipal Center and park area in the amount of $3,400 as presented. So further discussion?
you confused me a little bit the way you presented that.
Okay, it doesn't take much.
You stop. So the way it's written, and it is just written for us to be authorizing for the municipal,
That's correct,
but he's also gonna take care of Carlos Park,
that's correct.
which isn't mentioned in this.
It is the township part.
Municipal center
Center
and park area,
and
that's
township.
referring to municipal park.
And township or in township park. If you go to your agenda on 9, when you listed it out in the motion, you didn't have
Well,
it.
then we shouldn't have $3,400 there because it's
Yeah, we should.
plus.
It's 3,400, but we previously approved it, the 1,650, yeah.
Of all understanding.
That Susan had presented
Thank you very
a few
much.
meetings ago, so
Okay, just clarifying.
just didn't want to double or triple it up. That's
Thank you
all.
very much.
All right, so we had a motion
Yeah.
and for clarity's sake, the Gerrish Township Municipal Center and the Gerrish Township Park will be the ones that's affected, but the municipal center and that associated work is $3,400 in the invoice as presented.
Okay.
I'll let you, you got it from there?
Who made the motion?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
The motion. All
Thank you, I'm so waiting now.
right, is there any more discussion on this? Hearing none, all those in favor, get to say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same, motion carried. Thank you. Again, as a reminder, and I'll also throw something out on the internet and Facebook that November 15th is St. Anthony Day, and but they're still gonna be working on that day apparently. So there's probably gonna be a little bit of work for you to do. I'm gonna talk to the police department because that north drive will be affected. And so we'll probably get some compost detour signs around through the parking area. At least while he's here doing that. That's the compost site stays open. Do some operational things. All right, we're on to the comments section of regular comments. Audience first.
No, there
Come
was
on up.
on the.
Gotta come up.
I
Gotta
know
make
you
sure
can't
that
see
green
me
light's
back there.
The
What I say.
performance.
Okay,
Thank
all
you.
right, my green light's on, you can hear me all right? All right, time for a little quick, commissioner update, what's been going on.
Okay.
So first off, obviously it's budget season. And we did a little bit of a different approach this year. Our finance committee is made up of Chair Sensor and Commissioner Russo. They probably know more about the budget than most of the other commissioners, so every department head got 2 people. If Russo and Sensor were not available, one of us sat in. They walked through everything from their last year's budget, the changes, and explained everything to all of us, which I think we've got 2 more departments left, but a really good experience for both parties. We understand some of the statutorial things that like our courts can't recoup money for, and they just have to spend it. So it was a great experience. I think it was better for all around, have a better understanding of what we're moving into for 2026. We still have 4 union contracts in the works. We thought we were close, but we're back to the table. A lot of this has to do with our county really wanted to make sure that union and non-union at least had the same benefits. That we tried to make that as whole. There were no raises, steps, all the others that they add up, for several years from a wage perspective, and some people were way beneath the wage range for our surrounding counties, so. That was our goal this year, now that we have 18% in our fund balance to hold, anything goes over, we have some capital improvement money being set aside for when the boilers go, which that's close. So, that was our intent as we move through 2026, is to try to bring people up, make sure everyone is. Fair's not equal, but that they all have the same insurance. Because we don't have a ratification on those 4 union contracts, we've had to change what those 3 options would be for benefits because of the open enrollment benefit timeframe.
Mhm.
We're still trying to work through some of that with the intent to say, if we're gonna commit to funding the HSA or what percentage of your benefits, whatever we wanna do for our union, we wanna make sure we have the budget to do for our own non-union workers. So that's just that piece where we're at. Working on a multi-county agreement with Northern Michigan Children's Assessment Center because they're using most of that, core building over there right now, our craft center. So once we're just hoping that some of the other counties that they serve will help support some of what we're doing because we do service other people in this county. So that's still in the works as well. A shout out to our emergency management director, Vanessa Varner. I know that was a millage that got passed, and so I like people to understand that if things are going well because you paid for something or you said yes to a millage. When the SNAP benefits were starting to be removed, Vanessa called me. I serve on her committee as a commissioner. She said, this is really an emergency, just like if there was an ice storm, people need food. How do we do that? We need to work. We don't have contingency funds set aside to just say, oh, let's do that. They said, let's get some multi-stakeholders, the food pantries, the baby pantries, Health and Human Services, 211, everyone that is affected and how we're gonna do this. Let's get together if you can get them. Within 2 days, we had over 20 people on a call or in person to say, how can we leverage resources? The objective to that was to really say, let's not duplicate and fight for the funds. Let's figure out what we can do to help the people in Roscommon County who are going to be affected. It's millions of dollars in 1 month that's spent right here in Roscommon County. That probably we couldn't raise that in a couple of weeks, but what is the model? That looks like it's gonna go forward, but we're gonna continue to set that model up. Or if something like this happens in the future, we're ready to mobilize. Who do we get together? Who are our partners and how do we do that? So that's in the works as well. A little bit on the lights because we're all involved in that here at Gerrish. There was a lot of discussion about the lake level readings, Hi-Fi versus USGS. USGS has been around for a long time, has a lot of historical data. We're struggling with the accuracy of Hi-Fi. Chair Sensor went back. We now have the owner of Hi-Fi involved, and he has been for several months. And the numbers are still wrong. They're not able to fix this. So there's a strong chance that we will just use USGS. It's always working. We've had it for years. So that discussion has been had. I just want to share that because I know there's a lot of discussion on we should have more, we should have less, use this, use that.
This is for determining.
But the level is the reporting that comes up. Yeah. So
Their technology that's unreliable.
I don't know that. I haven't sat on those calls, but this is the first time we've expressed this isn't working and it's not accurate. And they said, oh, we can fix it, we'll work on it. Now we got the owner involved and we're still not getting things resolved. So at some point, there's a time you just have to say, it's causing more confusion. Months? Yeah, months. Let's see.
How long have you been using Hi-Fi?
Pardon?
I
do not know that. I can get that information from.
I'm just curious because I know there, for quite a while there wasn't anything, and then I know we had received a call here about. It was along to be a Hi-Fi, and I actually went out and looked at it, somebody was concerned about the object, if you will, there.
Right.
I just was curious as to how long they had been and the process in which to say, hey, why high five? I guess was, if you don't,
Find out why.
please don't spin your wheel. That was just a.
If I can get, I will definitely, I'll email you so that you can share it with the board as well. The why and how long have we had it, you know, for sure, absolutely. And I know that there was one, I don't know if it was USGS or a high five, but one of the readings got knocked over. We don't have any proof of how that happened. There was no storm about it, but that was pushed over and not reading, so we don't know.
Yep.
So there's a lot to be said for that too. Other than that, I think I'm good. That's about all we've been struggling with over the last month.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't know the answer. We recently, we're getting ready to work on our budget.
Yes.
Mhm.
Of course, ours starts April 1st, but, a lot of the renewal stuff is calendar year. Did you get a quote from your health insurance and what your rate increases were gonna be this year?
Mhm.
Here, you share.
I don't know the exact number, but there was 3 different plans too that they presented. We can no longer, well, we cannot use Priority Health for another year. They will not re-quote us. So we're kind of stuck with the Blue Cross Blue Shield plan, which caused a lot of angst within our community, our employees. They don't love that plan. Well, I shouldn't say the plan, it's the way it's set up and the customer service that they get, I think, compared to what they used to get. So I know Jody will have to,
I'm just curious.
yeah, we didn't get it as soon as I was wanting it, but apparently the way they run their numbers and check all the past experience ratings and all that, they did get it. We've been asking the unions to come to the table probably since July.
I'm surprised, because I would have thought it was Blue Cross that would be not likely to read up, and Priority would be more likely to.
You know, it all depends on.
Well, they're
They
looking
wanna
at.
take them off in the group or not.
Yeah, they're looking at.
They
Brian.
left Priority went to Blue Cross. So it's kind
We
of
were,
like over a year
we
ago.
were Blue Cross for BCN, BCN,
BCN.
we switched to Priority last year, it was painful,
Very painful.
but it's now okay.
Okay.
And so fortunately, we now have a new quote, although as everybody finds, the previous plan you had last year isn't available, so you gotta look at another plan within that area, so.
So the quote might be 6, 7, 8% increase,
Yeah.
but the benefits may have been decreased. So
Yeah.
that effect is.
The deductibles go up and the true out of pocket goes up, that's what we found this year.
Right.
In order to look at ours.
I wanna say, don't quote me, please, I know this is all recorded, I don't know I wanna say it was almost 12%.
You know, I'm almost there with you, because I watched that meeting. And I remember, I know it was double digits. I was gonna say almost 15 or one of them.
I know my personal business went up double digits, so
Yeah,
I can only imagine the county.
Mike.
I do it again.
I just curious.
You know,
Because we're working on ours, and I was kind of wondering what everybody else is.
anything else?
We
You
have
want
to
me to
do,
take that?
we have to do something in December or January 1 policy. so.
That's ours too, we have to,
But we're gonna be ready in December.
I guess I will say, just from my standpoint, I don't want you to go back to your board with the perception that Gerrish is, all against the
Oh.
dam structure.
I 100% understand and I'm all good.
We do have a contention with
Yeah.
the methodology and at large.
And you're in it, that puts you in a position you shouldn't do that, I understand. Yeah, nobody's, I will tell you, and I'm
Business
being
separate.
recorded.
Yeah.
No one's saying, oh, can't believe at all, I understand. Okay, it's all good.
Thank
All
you.
right, you have any other questions?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Tim.
You bet.
Any other public comments out there before I go to the board here? Okay, I'm not seeing, feeling, or hearing, so. For Joe. Comment.
I
I guess on behalf of the fire department, when's the load the ambulance? Is it this Saturday?
It is.
Yeah.
We're taking steps in a building now. to use my station.
Oh, the ambulance,
You stuff the ambulance.
there, this weekend, yeah.
And that's for food, right?
Food.
Yeah.
Very good. Shop,
I really don't have much. We will be closed. With Thanksgiving holiday, Thanksgiving Day, and the day after the township office that we speak of, the emergency services. You know, we coming out candy from London. If the holidays roll through, I really don't have anything else.
Jim, possibly.
What are they looking for specifically for food? Is there anything that they really want or need or?
Shelf stable things, everything from ramen to mashed potatoes in the bag to canned goods to anything shelf stable.
We successfully, I think, yeah, we successfully presented our what do you call it, the retract for the
Retract for Eagle.
compost set, for Eagle, so got that paperwork behind us, and as far as I know, we're good there, I haven't been any back, so.
That would be the November 15th deadline, so. Thank you to Jim, I don't know what I do, I don't know, my
Yes,
cubic
yeah.
yard from. But yeah, we're fortunate he has the programs, so. I don't know. So,
Are you talking about the?
the best I can do is.
The compost site, we have to register, we registered last year with Eagle, that compost site, and now they need a update every year as to how much material goes in and out of there. In our case, everything goes out that comes in, and that's the good answer, so, you know, we just have to kind of document how much that is.
Oh.
Yeah, it was almost. I mean, it was within.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
So
so
break even?
from what was last year, or this year, I think we kind of settled into what actually you're getting with
Yeah,
it now.
it's about the same activity every year now, it's pretty much. We sell against it. That's all I got.
Thanks. Jim Anderson.
Tax bills should be on everybody's doorstep or in the mailbox on the 1st of December. Gerrish, for the first time in a few years, is now selling dog licenses, so you can get those at my office. Bear with me, I never sold one before, so. It's not a moneymaker by any means, but it is a public service for so the county asked us if we do it, and I agreed that we would.
Do they do two? Can you get it both places or?
You can get them in every township, I
Yeah.
believe. I've always got mine at the vets myself, but. And that's a good place because you always know your records are there to get your, you know, because you have to have proof of that your dog has been, you know, vaccinated. So you have to bring that proof with you when you come in. The planning commission is working on the master plan, as well as many other things. Tomorrow's our semi or every 2 week or 2 month meeting. There is, as I kind of alluded to in that KCI comment, there is a survey that is one of the first steps of that master plan. That is online. Brian is.
It will be online after.
Yeah, you're
Tomorrow.
creating the link, but there already is a presence
Indirect.
on their site. There's a postcard supposed to be going out from McKenna that's to every household with a QR code so you can scan it into the online. And in your tax bills, there's gonna be an actual survey if you want to fill it out and mail that in. So we're trying to get as many people to respond as possible.
I'll put that on Facebook as well, just a link.
Yeah. And then the last thing you mentioned food, the food truck for Gerrish will be here at the bus garage, not this Saturday, but the following one, which I think is the 22nd. And the Rotary Club's giving away, I think hams and turkeys or ham or turkeys, but as many as, we're gonna have 3,000 pounds of them, I think.
So a lot.
me and Fred Walsh are gonna give away, but I don't know how many that is, but we'll give away until we run out. So
So
that's it.
that's a lot.
Well, for me, we're just focusing on, obviously my office is starting to focus on budget. We did have the health, the cost containment committee for the, healthcare, here in the township. We did meet, we met with our agent to review various plans, costs, all the rest of that, to see where the health system is vacillating to as we sit today. And obviously ours is a commercially insured, so we're, a lot of what everybody's been hearing about, I think, is the ACA, where they're predicting 30% and larger, that type of thing. So we did get those figures, which we'll be presenting in, December. Looks like we'll still be able to do a Public Act 152 opt-out. Thus not foreseen 20% situation from that legislation back in, it was 2013, 2011.
2011, 2013.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Anyway, so I feel a little bit better about it after meeting with them, but I never feel better about, it certainly isn't a decrease.
It's always beautiful.
Okay.
It's always beautiful.
But we got through it, and I think we at least have somewhat of a floor plan here. But moving forward, at least budgetarily, Michelle and I and Lynn will be meeting next Friday, I believe it is, 21st, and we'll start looking at the actual, again, stripped down expenses, certainly there'll be budget work for this board to do. I don't know whether we'll need to work a budget session yet in December, or whether we do it in January, but there'll be a particular session that we'll need to sit down and hammer out. As we've alluded to before, we do have the sad stuff to discuss, the dollars there, the dollars and cents there. Those come to us and due, obviously, before we even was budgeted for last year. Because it wasn't on the radar this
What are you
year.
talking about?
Well, it wasn't on the radar last year for the budget time, and now it's all of a sudden in our lap. So we'll have to take a look and see, and we'll do the same thing we did last year, which we hit it up hard. And then gave it to Jim to hit it up hard. And come up with a document that we can bring to a budget session and kind of put them all over the thing, figure out what we're gonna do. To be able to have it available 30 days prior to, obviously, the intent to pass it through. So we've got a couple months yet. But those months are gonna go by fast. We're gonna have other things, I'm sure. The short-term rental piece, big schedule for public hearings and things are gonna come too. In that, so we're gonna probably meet a little more than your average here in the next couple of months. Folks, watch the website, watch the Facebook, watch those things, and watch out here in front, and out here on the LED signs. Other than shouting from the treetops, I don't know how else better to give it to everybody, but.
You do that, but not everybody hears that.
Yes, but that's it for me. Don't have any more announcements. So I would entertain a motion this time. What time?
On Zoom? On Zoom?
I asked for them before.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anybody. Right. Okay, very good. Then I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:49. So move. Anderson, motion. Fourth, Gerrish. Any further discussion? All those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Hi.
Aye. Opposed, the same, motion carried. Thank you all for coming out and joining us.